5 series, AC60 series, and this time we will give 6V series training. And today I will introduce the type and creation of the variable. What's the variable? A variable is simple, used to store or process the data in our PLC program. And mainly, the variable is mainly divided into global variables and local variables. And here have some points about the variable naming. In our 6V series PLC, here, first for the name of the variable, it is composed of numbers, letters, and underscores, but it can't start with a number. For example, the variable name, this one is not, it's wrong. We can't name the variable like this, start with number. And also our name of the variable can't be same with our instruction or device. What's device, for example, D0, D1, D2. This is our device name. So our variable can't be like this. And also, the variable can't have the same name with the function block and the function, custom struct, and the custom unit. Later, I will introduce what's the custom struct and the custom union. And some keywords such as global, it also can't be our variable name. And here, for example, for the five points, can't be start with device add number. It means, for example, if your variable name like this, it's also not okay because it start with device and number. And then last, they have a limit about the length. It's up to 32 characters. So this is the mainly rulers about the variable we created in 6V series PLC. For today's yes, in fact, for today's training, 6V series training is also suitable to 6S and also A500. 6V, 6S, and A500. They use same software, PLC Edit 2. And they all support variable, function block, function, and escape control, and so on. A500 PLC also supports. Okay, we can check the next page. Here, okay, and here is the basis type of our variable. This is the type name, and it is length, 1 bit, 8 bit, 16 bit, or 32 bit, and also the range of the different type. For example, for Bool type, it only have false or true two status. And for int type, its range is from -3. This is the range, and this range is same with our D device. For example, D0, its range is also the same with this int. And for double words register, its range is same with this dint. Okay. And besides the basis type, we also have some composite type of the variable. Here I have three types: array and struct and union. The array is consists of a series of data which have the same type. And for struct and union, they are a data set constant with some data, but this data can be different type. As you can see in this three picture, in first picture, this is a array of int. So here you can see every number in this area is all int type. But in second and the third picture, we can see the numbers in the structure or in the unit can be different variable type: bool, word, sint, short int, and real. Okay, and now I will introduce these three type in details, one by one. Okay, first is the creation of the array type variable. Here, after we can click this button to create the variable. And here, in type of data, we can select this array and set the length of the area. Select the type of the area. So here I created array of bool, and its length is 23. This is the limit of the area length. It should be at least two members. And its members is up to 1,000. So here you can see this is an array of bool, and its length is 1,000. Our area can support nested struct and union. How to understand? For example, here I created an area and set its length as 100, and here I set the data type of this area. Here we can select custom struct like this one, and save. So now we can see here this is our array of this struct, like this. Array number number of the array is structure. Okay. And also for the area subscript can support variables. How to understand? For example, here for this array type, it's an array of bool, and its length is 100. And when I use this area in our program, here I set the subscript as test, and the test is int variable. So here I can change this value by changing the value of the test. When I set the test value as 1, then this bit address means area 1, and area 1 now is false status. So you can see it's turned off. And when I set it as 3, then it means area 3, and area 3 is true status. Okay, so in this way we can change its value by changing the variable value. If we write it as, for example, area type, and we use the constant number here, then this value will always be a one number of the area. Okay. So this is the introduce of the area, and here here have the struct. For the struct and the unit, I will introduce it later. And the next part is about variable type. In our program, we can, after we created the variable, we can set its type, and this is the variable type in our 6V in our PS Editor 2 supports. VAR means it is a local variable. It means this variable can be only used in current program page and can't be accessed by other program page. And the global variable, it means we can use this variable in all our program, in all program, in main program, in function block, in function, in subroutine, and even in interlooped program. And the next four type is usually used in function block or function. Function block, because after we created a function block, we need to define the input parameter and output parameter. So here we can demand it by set its type to a variable input or variable output. We can check it in project. For example, here we have one function block, and then we can create variable in function block, and here we can select the type of the variable. If I set it as var, means this variable can be only used in this function block 0. So I can't use that variable in this main program. If I set it as input, and I also set one output, delete this one. Here we change the program. 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so now in our main program, if I put one this function block, we can see here we will have one input parameter and one output parameter. because here we set this one as input and this one as output. And also we have one input and output. So it means you can see here have a symbol here. It means this variable can be write to this function block, and also the function block during the function block after the calculation, this variable will be also output to the input side. Okay, and also here have another here. Okay, and here. And last, we have another type called uh, VARTMP. This is temporary variable. It means this variable is used in function block, and this variable will be initiated every time when we call this function block. So this type can be only used in function block and can't be used in function. So you can see in function here, when you set the type of the variable, we don't have var tmp type, tmp selection. Okay, I think we can continue because in next training, I will introduce the custom function and the custom function block, the difference with these two, with these two, between these two in details. And the last, we can also set the flag of our variable. And here have three type: constant, return, and persistent type. For the first type, it means a constant value. So during the program execution, for the constant variable, we can only read its value and can't modify it. Like, for example, here in our uh, here we add three variable and set it as constant, return, and persistent. And here uh, we can right click to add them to our variables window for monitoring. So here, you can see when I set the preparation value of these constant values, it will report this error. It shows the constant value can't be written. So this one can be only it's read only. And for these two variable is power down safe value. For example, here I set the value as 10 and 20 and write to PLC. And now I power off my PLC. Okay, and power on again. we can see these two value can keep its value because they are power of safe value. So what's the difference? What's the difference between these two? The only difference between these two type is for the returned flag variable, it will be affected by its initial value. And for the persistent value, it will not be affected by its initial value after first running, after this variable get its first value. So here, because here I didn't set the initial value of these two type, so we can't see the difference. And now, for example, I set the initial value of these two type as 5 and 5. And download the project. Okay, here you can see the value of this returned variable is changed by its initial value, but this persistent also keep its value 20. Didn't be changed to this initial value 5. This is the distance between these two flags. So if you want to use some power downs for the register, if we want to set it is as power down safe value, you can configure it here by setting the this launch start and launch end range of the register. This is for register internal built-in device. And for variable, you can set it is as power down by set it as returned or persistent type. Okay, let's continue. And now I've introduced the details about struct and union. First, bounce these two variable is composite data type. And for struct, each member have its own memory space. And for the the memory space of each members is independent. And for the size of the structure is the sum. It's the sum of the size of the all its members. For example, here we have one struct and it have one int variable and two word variable and three real variable. So here for the length of this struct will be the sum length of this 6 variable. And when I change the variable of int, it will have no effect to these two word variable and these three real variable. They are independent. But for union, for example, here we have one bool variable and one int variable and two word variable. So in this for this the length of this unit is the length of one word, because here the length of the word is the longest variable. So You can see here the size of the it's as it says, the size of a unit is the size of its largest number, and here the largest number is what? And all these members share the same memory space. How to understand? It means, for example, if I change the value of this int value, of this int variable, let bool variable and these two word variable will be changed at the same time. And when I change the variable, when I change the value of the word variable, and other bool int and another word variable will also be changed at the same time because they share the same memory space. And later I will show it with a video. It will be more clear to understand. And here I created some structure, custom structs, 3 structs and 4 struct 3. You can see here for struct 3 it's consists of 4 variable, and the type of this 4 variable is struct 0, struct 1, struct 2, and the one type variable. So we can see here for the this is the consist of this variable a. And for the struct 2, it is const with struct 0, struct 1, and one long real variable. So here we can see for the numbers of the struct 3, this number is constant with this struct 0, struct 1, and long real. And it's also for the numbers of struct 1, it's consists of one struct 0 variable and one uint variable, and last is this struct 0. Struct 0 is consist with 3 variable, bool, word, and real. So we can see for the whole structure of this variable a, it have many level 1, level 2, level 3, because because this variable is consistent with it's about three level of the struct. Okay, so how to use the struct in our program? We can check this video. Wait. Here we can, for example, if we want to input one bool type, and there and here you can see we have a bool type in struct 0. So here we can use that bool in our program. Here we can select it one level by one level. First level is struct 3. So you can see between two level of the structure, we use 1 point to connect it. And here, when I change the number of this structure, the corresponding variable will turn on. And for the application, when do we need to use the structure? With this structure, we can make our variable more clearly to check, because if for all variable we create it by normal variable type, it means maybe we will have a list. For example, if we have more than 1,000 variable, and you will get a very long variable list, and it will be very difficult to find the variable you want. So, for example, if I want to control 10 axes, and for each axis, I need to set it is velocity, acceleration, time, deceleration, target position, and some other parameter. So I can create it 10 structure, and in this 10 structure, I input speed, acceleration time, deceleration time, and some maybe some other parameter. So all these variable will be created in one structure, and this one structure will only used for one axis. So in this way, I can easily to find what variable I want to modify. And now we can use this video to check the usage of the union. Here, for this union is consist with 4 variable, 1 bool variable, 1 volt variable, 1 s-int, and 1 int variable. And here is the range. In command is the range of the variable. Here you can see when I set the bool type, when I set this bool variable to true status, the value in BCD will also change to 1. And here I set the value of the volt to when I set it as 1028, you can see the value of this C variable is changed to negative 128, because 128 is beyond of the max value of this variable, so it changed to the smaller value, because the data is overflow. And also this D variable is overflowed. You can see when I change any value of the if I change the value of any number, all the other numbers will change together. And for the usage of the union, as I understand, for example, we have some parameter they should be same, but maybe because they are connected with different different device or different sensor or something, and the layer and the type of layer data type of this value must be different. So in this way, we can set we can set this we can add we can add this variable to this unit, and we can set the different type of LAN. But when I change any one of LAN, all the other members can be changed together. So in this way, maybe in this situation, we can use the unit variable. And here I change the value of this of the members of the unit in monetary variable. If you put it in your program, for example, you use add instruction, move instruction, demove instruction to change its value, it will have the same effect as you can see here. For example, here, okay, maybe I can show it in program. And now I first need to create it one unit. Okay, here have unit. So in our main program, we created one new variable and set its type as the union. Download it. Okay, here when I uh, set on this full type, you can see now the variable of this D is the member of this union. It's changed to 1, and also this member B is also changed to 1. And now if I here set some value, if I set on this M0, you can see now the value is changed to 22 because here this you can see here member B is changed to 22. And if I here set on M2, you can see the value is all changed to 100. And then the question is, you can see these two lines. M0 and M2 is turned on together. Why the value is changed to 100 but not changed to 22? Because because the program scanned order. This line is executed after this line. So the value is will be changed to 100 instead of changed to 22. That's the difference. It's caused by the program scanned order. Here, if I set off this, it will change back to 22. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, and here, here in our software, we can also map. The variable value to D register or R register. Here I map this variable test to D0. So when I change the value of D0, this variable test will also change. And when I change the value of the test, D0 is also change it. So the mapping direction is two direction, from A to B and B to A. This is the variable map. For now, we only support D register mapping and R register mapping. These two register type. Okay, and the last, you can see if you created the program in ST language, and here for the in ST language we created the variable in this way. For this is same with, for example, same with codices or other ST language rulers. A bool type and B. If you want to set the initial value, you can enter the variable B in this type. And C is the structure value. D is the unit variable. And variable E is area of bool, and its length is from area 0 to area 10. Okay, so this is all our today's content about the difference between different variable, the different type of variable, different flag of the variable, unit, struct, array. And the our next class is August 5, and also in same time next Tuesday. And the content of next class is introduce about function block and function creating, and I will use some case to show you how to use these two use function and the function block. And our training video will be uploaded to this product YouTube channel, so you can get the training video from this YouTube channel. And now